Y'all, this is crazy. This is crazy because the whole time Halle said that DDG chipped a tooth and the whole internet went crazy. The whole internet went crazy. Now DDG is showing receipts of the mermaid. You see cutting him, stabbing him. Shit.
Oh, so this is the reason why all this is coming out.
Man, my boy Daryl, man, you gotta make sure he's a good dude. He's a good human being.
This is why all this is coming out. It makes sense. Not gonna lie, Halle Bailey, you're cooked. You need Jay-Z to back you.
This is wild because this ain't some dreamy Disney tale. This is a full-on Little Mermaid meltdown, and the drama's crashing in like a tidal wave. Halle Bailey, the voice that once made millions tear up with her underwater magic, is now wiping tears in courtrooms instead. And guess who's right in the middle of it? Her ex, rapper, and YouTuber, DDG. He went from rumored dad to drama magnet in no time. At first, it seemed like just another celebrity split. But nope, it got messy real quick. It started off quiet. Some whispers, unfollowed accounts, sad lyrics, and maybe a couple of shady Instagram stories. But then everything exploded.
Stylist? Why are they saying GGTMZ? Let's see.
Why are they saying GGTMZ?
All right, I'm looking at her story now. Oh. Oh, that. Don't even.
That can't even be real.
That girl filed for a restraining order and came with the receipts. Photos of bruises, a chipped tooth, and serious claims of verbal abuse, threats, and emotional chaos. She made him look like a real-life villain, saying she was running from a nightmare with her baby in her arms. And the court didn't take it lightly. Halle got temporary custody of their baby boy, Halo, and a restraining order that pushed DDG 100 yards away. People were saying, "Boo Mama finally found her voice." But that was just Act 1, because DDG, he wasn't staying silent. He clapped back loud with screenshots, surveillance footage, and a twisted counter-narrative that's shaking the ground under Halle's entire image. And now, word on the street is she might have lost a major movie role, not just from his claims, but because of her own rumored actions. That soft, sweet siren vibe Halle Bailey was known for, it might be slipping through her fingers. And this is just the beginning. Let's rewind to mid-May 2025. Halle Bailey walked into that Los Angeles courtroom looking like a woman on the edge. Fresh face, teary eyes, and clutching a thick folder packed with evidence. She wasn't chasing clout. She came for protection. Inside those court papers, she claimed DDG screamed at her in front of their baby boy. And it didn't stop there.
Whole friend group went on this trip, and everyone on this trip can confirm there was nothing weird going on. I wasn't even staying near them. It was for someone's birthday. Let's start there. There was never anything sneaky going on. Like, me and Daryl's relationship has always been strictly started off as business. Obviously, if you know, you know. Like, he put me onto YouTube, started off there, grew into a friendship, has always remained platonic. So it's very important.
She brought Ring camera footage showing him allegedly popping up uninvited, yelling, breaking her camera, and trying to snatch baby Halo without even asking. She said she felt terrified, like she was being hunted by someone who once promised to love her forever. And the court? They took her seriously. The judge granted Halle an emergency protective order and full temporary custody of Halo. DDG was banned from posting anything about her or their son and ordered to stay 100 yards away, silenced by the law. But here's what really shook people. Halle wasn't just shielding herself. She asked the court to send DDG to a battery and abuse prevention program. That's not just, "I'm mad at you." That's, "I think you're a real threat." Then the photos hit the internet. A chipped front tooth, a bruised arm, and boom, it blew up online. Some folks called her brave, others said it was just plain tragic. But for a moment, almost everyone believed her. It was looking like DDG was done for, getting roasted online like a 4th of July hot link. People were calling him "do garbage" and dragging him all over social media. Hashtags flying, folks saying Halo believes her, and we ain't trying to hear from you, bro. It was brutal. But behind the scenes, DDG wasn't folding. He was just getting started. While the internet lit him up, he was quietly stacking his defense like a pro. And when he finally broke his silence, he flipped the whole story upside down, claiming he was the real victim in all this. Meanwhile, Halle was posting glowing selfies and mama bear quotes, keeping it sweet on the outside. But DDG, he was deep in the shadows, gathering screenshots like they were collector's items. And just days after that restraining order hit, boom, he clapped back with a legal motion that had heads spinning. And this wasn't no, I swear I didn't do it type of thing. This was a whole counter-strike. This man came with a full-blown press release of receipts, AirTag trackers, witness statements, even a cut on his thumb he claims Halle gave him. According to DDG, the real villain wasn't him.
Like that. Oh, who hasn't beat on their man? Oh, this evidence is like 3 years old. Sorry, have you guys not got brothers? Have you women not got sons? And yes, if your son is beating on your daughter-in-law, abso-fucking-lutely, you check him. But if you also know that your daughter-in-law is beating on your son or scratching...
It was her. He accused Halle of stalking, emotional games, and even pulling a knife on him. He said that restraining order wasn't about safety, it was a setup. He claimed she was trying to wreck his name, make him look like a deadbeat dad, and worst of all, snatch baby Halo and vanish to Italy. But here's where things got completely unhinged. DDG swore she used not one, but multiple Apple AirTags to keep tabs on him for months, and the way she allegedly hid them? Next level. One was found inside a Hello Kitty pet tracker. Yes, a Hello Kitty pet tracker, tucked under the seat of DDG's Maybach. And then his mom jumped into the drama, and it only got messier. She said Halle pulled up uninvited to a Beverly Hills theater while DDG was on a date, rolled up on the girl he was with, and tried to throw hands. How'd she even know where he was? DDG's mom claimed it was because Halle had him tracked, using a pet tag designed for cats. But it didn't stop there. Another tracker was found stuffed inside a vitamin bottle in his Escalade, and the one that gave folks chills, hidden deep inside baby Halo's diaper bag, wrapped up and tucked under the cardboard lining like something out of a spy movie. A pet tracker on a baby? Yeah, that's when everything shifted. Folks online started switching sides fast. Because no matter how sweet someone sings, hiding tracking devices in your child's stuff, that's not giving protective mama. That's giving serious red flags. And just when it felt like the drama had hit max level, boom, we hit the knife situation. According to DDG, Halle had been blowing up his phone all night with intense messages. Stuff like answer the phone in all caps, sent over and over. Then things spiraled. She allegedly wrote, "I'm not playing, Daryl. That's it." When he replied, begging, "I just want to be left alone, please," she allegedly hit back with the scariest message yet. "I'm calling for help. I have a knife." He pleaded with her, asked, "Why do you have a knife?" But instead of answering, DDG claims she showed him, and then came at him. He said she attacked, leaving a deep gash on his hand. And when those photos dropped online, that cut looked real. The panic in the messages, also very real. It wasn't just talk anymore, it got physical. On Mother's Day, things took a terrifying turn. DDG says when he asked her to put the weapon down, she snapped, furious he didn't want to spend the day together. So what did she allegedly do? Walked out with their baby in one arm and his Glock in her purse. She told him she was just going to pack. But the messages, they sounded way darker. "If you don't come back here, I'm calling the police. You have a son," she wrote. And DDG's reply, "You ruined me." You could feel the panic building. He messaged her again, terrified. "You have a son. I know you took my gun. That gun has no safety." It wasn't just fear for himself, it was fear for her and the baby. And sadly, this wasn't the first time she made threats like that. In another heated moment, Halle allegedly texted him after thinking he was with Lala. The message read, "I'm going to get stuff tonight. My son will not be around for it. I hate you forever." And that wasn't even the worst of it. The rest of the messages, too intense to repeat, filled with jealousy, rage, and emotional chaos. Typos everywhere, sentences breaking down, all signs she was in a furious, unstable headspace while typing them out. Around this time, Lala finally hopped online, begging folks to stop believing everything they see. But by then, the damage was already spreading like wildfire. Halle was clearly hurting, fingers typing in pain, heart full of chaos.
Say it like that. I'm not trying to laugh, like, what the? Bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I already said how it is, chat. I stand on it. Chat, y'all know the truth? I put DD in a group chat with my lawyers. Shit.
Oh, so this is the reason why all this is coming out.
Man, my boy Daryl, man, you gotta make sure he's a good dude. He's a good human being.
This is why all this is coming out. It makes sense. I ain't gonna lie, Halle Bailey, you're cooked. You need Jay-Z to back you up or something.
But in all this drama, one thing kept getting lost: baby Halo. While these two were going at each other in courtrooms and private chats, a 1-year-old was stuck right in the middle of the storm. And then things hit a new level of heartbreaking. In the midst of restraining orders, surveillance claims, and emotional wreckage, Halle asked for one thing: permission to take Halo with her to Italy for 2 months while she shot a new movie. Sounds harmless, right? Not to DDG. He filed an emergency motion to stop her from leaving the country. Why? Because, as he told the court, he believed she was mentally unstable, emotionally unpredictable, and possibly a danger to herself and their son. In his own words, if she leaves court jurisdiction, who's gonna stop her if something goes wrong? He claimed she once drove off with their baby while making disturbing threats. And in one chilling text thread, he said she hinted at harming not just herself, but baby Halo too. DDG even brought up Halle's postpartum depression, not to shame her, but to say, she's drowning, and I don't trust her flying overseas alone with our baby. And the wild part? The timeline matches. Back in April, Halle herself opened up, saying postpartum hit her like a tidal wave. She said, "I didn't realize how serious of a thing it actually was. Now going through it, it almost feels like you're swimming in this ocean. The biggest waves you've ever felt, and you're trying not to drown, trying to come up for air." But here's the real question: does that make her dangerous or just human? The internet couldn't agree. Some fans slammed DDG, saying he was cold, that he was using her pain against her just to snatch custody. Others? They said he might have been protecting baby Halo from something way worse. Then TMZ dropped court docs where DDG laid it all out. He wanted full custody. And if not that, then tight rules. Third-party handoffs, supervised visits, and a full-on block on Halle taking the baby out of state, let alone out of the country. And the wildest twist? Word on the street is that the Italian film studio started getting cold feet, and Halle's big movie gig might be hanging by a thread. The studio didn't want the smoke, international custody drama, messy headlines, and the image of a mother accused of threats with a baby caught in the middle. Yeah, that's not the kind of press they wanted. Just like that. Halle might have lost the role. Her team hasn't confirmed anything yet, and maybe they never will. But insiders say the production is quietly recasting. And Disney? Dead silent. No statements, no comments. Her reps are tight-lipped, holding it all close. If the rumors are true, this isn't just a personal L. It's a major career hit. A blow to the image she spent years building, note by note, performance by performance, one aerial moment at a time. The cruel twist? All she wanted was to bring her baby along. And now it looks like neither the court nor the studio is on her side anymore. As soon as those court documents leaked, the internet turned into a war zone. Gossip turned into battle lines. Team DDG stormed the blogs, posting screenshots of air tags, threatening texts, and bloody handpicks like they were Exhibit A, B, and C. And for some fans, That was enough. They said he was finally exposing the emotional chaos he'd been trapped in, and the receipts were speaking louder than the silence. One user dropped a brutal comment. Halle Bailey be doing that soft, sweet, innocent voice the whole time. She needs to be in a straitjacket. Harsh. Then came the flood of receipts, screenshots showing DDG being shut down by just one text from his so-called girl. But on the other side, Black Twitter wasn't having it. They came out swinging for Halle, because no matter how wild the text looked, folks were saying, this is still a man with millions of fans, using his massive platform to paint the mother of his child as the villain after she was granted a restraining order. One post read, DDG is sick. All those screenshots don't prove anything. Another user added, does this even prove anything about Halle? It looks like textbook postpartum, reactive. And as someone who lived through real domestic drama, this is how some men get away with it. They push you to the edge, then cry victim when you finally snap. And let's be real, it wasn't just fans talking anymore. Some celebs even started chiming in. The debate wasn't just online gossip now. It had turned into a full-blown public reckoning. Actress TML dropped a heavy post about protecting Black women from character assassination. She's always been loud when it comes to standing up for Black mothers, and this time was no different. Meanwhile, YouTuber Aiden Ross admitted he helped link DDG with lawyers to push for full custody. And yeah, that move felt strategic. Now the battle lines are drawn. It's protect Black fathers versus believe Black women, and neither side's backing down. But here's where it starts getting eerie. While fans were clashing all over social media, the industry, dead silent, too silent. Halle's team vanished into full radio silence. No statements, no pushback, not even a whisper about the chaos unraveling in real time. There was an emergency hearing scheduled, and Disney, not a word. The same studio that once crowned her as Ariel, now keeping lips sealed, and that sleek European indie film she was supposed to lead in Italy. Insiders say her name just disappeared from internal documents like she was never even cast. Suddenly, the silence is louder than the drama itself. One insider allegedly told Deadline off the record, the insurance liability just got too high. Let's break that down. Once DDG filed for sole custody and labeled Halle a psychological risk, the legal sharks started circling. And when kids are involved, international productions don't play with that kind of heat. Suddenly, taking baby Halo across borders wasn't just about custody. It turned into a legal threat. And with DDG filing that emergency motion just 3 days before her flight, studio execs reportedly panicked. Travel plans were frozen, security talks kicked off, and casting directors? They started making quiet calls behind the scenes. She didn't get dropped publicly, but you don't need a headline to know when a ship sails without you. Her name? Gone from internal casting sheets. The project? Moving on. And fans? They're calling foul. Many are now accusing the studio of abandoning a young Black mother the second her life got complicated. But insiders are saying it wasn't personal. It was about liability. The studio didn't want to risk being held accountable if anything spiraled overseas. Because now, Halle's not just a rising star. She's a walking legal case, and in the eyes of Hollywood, that's a risk no script can fix. She's officially being labeled a liability file. And if there's one thing this situation proves, it's that public opinion doesn't care about nuance. For every person yelling, "Free Halo," there's someone else saying DDG is using the court system to punish a woman for walking away. The posts showing Halle's original claims, photos of bruises, a chipped tooth, the shattered Ring camera, were reposted over 10,000 times. But now that DDG's response is out there, the narrative is starting to shift. A trending TikTok sound uses DDG's court statement played over clips of Halle crying on stage with the chilling caption, "Is she acting or breaking down for real?" And the tweets, even messier. Just check this one out. DDG's playing it slick. He posted a picture wearing shades, no caption, just a checkmark emoji. That was it. But fans knew exactly what he was saying. That wasn't just a selfie. It was a silent checkmate. Still, not everybody's cheering. Some are saying this whole thing is spiraling into seriously dangerous territory. It's beyond celebrity drama now. It's real-life pain playing out in public. And therapists online have been warning for a while. Situations like this, they don't end with clout. They end with consequences, turning someone's mental health spiral into memes and drama online. That's how generational trauma gets passed down like a bad sequel. While people are out here picking sides like it's reality TV, baby Halo is stuck in the middle, caught between two parents who both seem to be falling apart. And one day, he's gonna grow up, and this will be part of his story. Now, it all comes down to the next court date. Halle's legal team just filed motions asking the judge to block out all the noise, calling DDG's leaks a full-on smear campaign meant to twist public opinion before the trial even begins. But DDG's team, they're pushing harder than ever, doubling down on their request for full custody, or, at the very least, a full ban on international travel and strict court-monitored handoffs. The judge hasn't said much yet, but the pressure's building fast. If DDG wins, Halle could lose major custody rights. She might be blocked from taking Halo on future work trips, forced into a court-approved parenting program, or even ordered to undergo a psych evaluation. And if Halle wins, DDG could be permanently banned from speaking about her or Halo online. No subtweets, no captions, nothing. Everything's on the line now. If the court doesn't side with DDG, his whole content career could crumble. His claims about being manipulated and tracked, tossed out. Custody, gone. Just like that. And while the legal battle rages on, both of their reputations are hanging by a thread. For Halle, it's not just about personal heartbreak, it's brand destruction in real time. Black girls everywhere saw themselves in her when she became Ariel. She was the fairy tale. And now, people are watching that dream drown in scandal. And for DDG, this fight goes way beyond fatherhood. He's trying to clear his name in an online world that doesn't forget, doesn't forgive, and doesn't care unless court documents come with emojis and shade. When that gavel drops next, somebody's legacy is going under. This isn't just about custody. It's about careers, reputations, and who the public decides to believe. So now the question is, was Halle a woman crying out for help? Or is this a fairy tale flipped into a cautionary tale where nobody's clean and everybody's losing something? Or was she a master manipulator hiding behind that baby soft branding? Is DDG a protective father finally speaking out? Or just a bitter man spinning silence into sympathy? And the biggest question of all, who's really looking out for baby Halo? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this isn't just drama. This feels like a full-blown trial playing out in real time. Make sure to like, subscribe, and smash that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because the truth, it never stays hidden for long. One thing's for sure, two things for certain. Truth always finds its way out. Catch you in the next one. Stay sharp, stay loud, and keep watching.